luckily, and here we are at the Brewery Field. It's already been a busy summer. People always say, don't they, that we go on holiday during the summer months and don't do anything at football clubs. It couldn't be further from the truth, and especially when you've gone from general manager to managing director, I expect.
Yeah, quite a crazy time for a football club, and people don't realise that, they think we shut down for 3 months. We certainly don't. There's so much going on and off the field to make sure we're prepared and ready for a great campaign ahead.
Tell us a little bit about this switch in role for you. How proud does it make you, first off?
I mean, it's fantastic. I'm a Spennymoor lad, grew up just down the road there on Durham Road, just round the corner from the field. And if I'm honest, it's probably the perfect job for me, running the football club the way I do, with a fantastic team. It's brilliant. Yeah,
there's been a lot of progress made in your short time as general manager. How much are you looking forward to overseeing the next stage of that now?
Yeah, I think we've done a lot to bring the club to the next level. Set a really good foundation over the last few years, and we're building on that now. Whether it's the launch of moves in the community that we did several months ago, to our increasing reach within the youth, and even the stuff we're now doing in the first team in terms of building that squad up for the next season. There's so much going on. It's a fantastic time to be with the club.
One thing I realised when I first got here was how embedded this club is in its community, and the other thing was just that one club mentality that we are really, really keen to. It's not just a motto, it's not just words. We really, really want to stand for that, as a club.
It's massive. This really is at the centre of the town. It's the centre of our community, and the things the club do are untouched by so many other organisations. There's so much good we do, and I often say it's so much more than football. Football's massively important, and the stuff we do on the pitch is the bread and butter. But the things we're doing now around the ground, Monday to Sunday, it's just fantastic.
I know you've worked with Luke quite closely for a while, but that moves in the community projects and everything that he's doing it has to be seen sometimes to just believed how much of an impact he's having, not just in the town but in the surrounding area.
Yeah, community's massive. Community's massive to me, as is well known with our fan base, and it was such an important part of the club that needed expanding. And Luke Howie's done a fantastic job of getting us from doing very little in terms of solid community work to over 12 projects running over the course of the year.
So it's a big thing, isn't it? Because we want our existing supporters to be proud of what we do and our impact across the community, but we also want to attract that next generation. And if people look at Spennymoor and think, look what they're doing, I'm going to go along and support that football club.
Yeah, I mean, we're the pride of County Durham. We say it, and we are. We're the highest club now in the pyramid in County Durham, and we owe it back to our community to do as much as we possibly can. And with that, it expands the reach of the club. Expands the reach of the club so that we can do more. If we bring in more revenue on a match day, we can do more for the fans, and just make it the best experience possible.
And of course, part of that whole club mentality is our ladies team who were promoted. They'll be training at Whitworth as well, and alongside the other teams, and embarking on a really exciting season in the Premier Division next year. Yeah,
it's been one of my priorities to bring the ladies game back into full integration with Spennymoor Town Football Club, and I think we've done really well as a team to do that over the course of the last season. Obviously their success on the pitch has been fantastic, but we're putting a lot of investment, and the chairman's really keen on investing in the ladies moving up into this next division, and doing a really good job of it this season.
Well, it seems to be captivating people, doesn't it? Women's football is very popular at the moment, even more so given the success of the Lionesses in recent years, but the crowds we were attracting here were really encouraging. It suggests there really is a hunger for women's football here in Spennymoor.
I mean, the crowds between 300 and 400 people. I remember a time when I was 19-year-old coming down to watch Spennymoor. The first team in the Northern League weren't gaining crowds like that, and it's fantastic to see. And it's almost a different type of crowd as well. You get families down, the amount of push chairs that are pushed up against the side of the stand. It's a really family feel, and it's a whole new dimension to the football club that we've got the ladies doing as well as the men are now, and it's all encapsulated into a fantastic community club.
And of course the men's team all building towards the season. Jamie Chandler installed as the new first team manager, and how much have you enjoyed seeing him really flourishing in the first few weeks in his role?
There's a great development there, and I think that the chairman's done the right thing in terms of structuring that football team, the way the football management team the way it is. Of course, Jamie's benefiting from the great experience of Jason Ainsley there still as head of football. But to see Jamie take the step up, to build the squad in the way he's doing, it's fantastic, it's inspirational, and I've got every belief that they're going to do some great things in this upcoming campaign.
And talking of the upcoming campaign, what are your hopes both on and off the field this season? You know, realistically, you know, in terms of the football and you know the infrastructure, what can Spennymoor fans look forward to?
So I think on the field we've built a really strong team here. There's a really competitive squad going into another campaign. We'll always push for those playoff positions, and I can't see it being any different this year. Lewis Dickman keeps telling me we're going to win the league, and I think, you know, that's the aspiration to have. We should be going for the top. You can only fall into the stars if you aim that way. Off the field, we'll continue to build. So moves in the community, which we've touched on a lot. We're now getting registered charity status there. So we're applying to the Charity Commission to become a fully fledged charity to do even more out in the community. Gav Cogden with the youth setup is going to go from strength to strength. We're reseating all that now in the town at Whitworth for the best for the kids. And there's so much going on. We haven't even touched on what we're doing at the Brewery Field in terms of the hospitality setup. We've had all sorts of events going on here that we've often laughed about. Psychic nights, hypnotic nights. I've even been to a bonkers bingo where I've been stood on the tables in the County Durham Lounge. It's making this place the centre of the community, which is exactly what it should be, a hub in the middle of our town. And
given all of that work, on top of that, you're also now the mayor of Spennymoor, and how are you going to fit it all in again?
Yeah, so it's a bit of a mad time for me. The week before I was before the chairman entrusted me with his football club as managing director, I was made the town mayor of Spennymoor as well, and it's no shock to anybody that I'm so invested in the community, because I have been for the last 10 years. What I'll say about the two things is they come hand in hand. The work we're trying to do here with the football club to put it at the centre of our town is exactly what I'm trying to do in my wider role as the town mayor as well. And of course we're raising some good money for some good charities, one of which will be Moves in the Community. So it all goes hands in hand, and the next year is going to be exciting, but also very busy as well.